According to the ancient legends of the Daiva, Rakta Maharaja, the Blood King, was the original name of the Scarlet King. This is the SCP that many believe to be the most dangerous entity in the entire Foundation database. Some say he is the embodiment of absolute power, a blood-soaked god sitting upon a crimson throne amid the ruins of the cosmos. His size? In certain records, even a single tooth of the Scarlet King is said to be larger than an entire city. But there are also theories that the Scarlet King never had a form, that he is nothing but an idea, born from fear, hatred, and a desire to return to an age where blood and dominance ruled above all. So what is the truth? Is the Scarlet King a god, or a nightmare crafted by humanity itself? In this video, we'll trace every clue, from anomalous SCPs buried deep in Foundation archives to top-secret files too dangerous to name, and reconstruct the portrait of one of the most terrifying entities ever recorded, the Scarlet King. The Scarlet King is often described as a blazing red figure, crowned in black, seated on a throne of blood amidst the wreckage of the universe. A tyrant soaked in cruelty, tied to endless suffering and destruction. But that is only one of countless images humanity has imagined of him. Because in truth, the Scarlet King has no fixed form. At times, he appears as a silent girl in red, sitting atop a stone throne. Other times, as a crimson whale drifting through a nameless abyss. Or perhaps, he is the fear you couldn't name in last night's dream. In Foundation records, his voice is described as the chittering of billions of infinitesimal insects. Not high, not low, not frantic, just there. And because of this utterly vague nature, for a long time, the name Scarlet King was nothing more than a whisper among the superstitious, until one file was opened. The Scarlet King was first mentioned clearly in SCP-001, a top-secret document tied to the tragedy of 7 young girls. They were known as the Brides of the Scarlet King. According to what the Foundation has uncovered, an ancient ritual was once devised to summon him through the bodies of these 7 girls. Each one was impregnated with one of 7 demonic offspring, the flesh and blood descendants of the Scarlet King. 6 of them died, one by one, in unbearable agony. And with each death, another part of the ritual was fulfilled. When the 7th child is born, the ritual will be complete. The Scarlet King will no longer be bound to the void. He will enter this world in physical form. The final girl, SCP-001-7, remains under absolute containment. To delay the final event, the SCP Foundation enforces a procedure known as Ritual 110 Montauk. It must be carried out every single day. All documentation related to this ritual has been wiped clean. No descriptions are permitted, but one detail is made painfully clear. SCP-001-7 must not be sedated during the procedure. No sleeping aids, no sedatives. She must remain fully conscious, and the ritual must be performed on time, without interruption, not even for a single day. Because if the ritual ever stops, the Scarlet King will no longer be just a legend. In the Foundation's archives, there exists an entity classified as safe. Small in size, friendly toward humans, and even used in psychological therapy. Its code name, SCP-999. SCP-999 is an orange, gelatinous mass with the ability to calm all negative emotions through simple physical contact. Those who touch it report feeling relaxed, joyful, even having their most extreme thoughts shift toward peace. However, some internal analysis reports reveal a surprising possibility. SCP-999 may not be a random anomaly. There are signs suggesting it is connected to the Scarlet King himself, one of the monstrous offspring born from the 7 brides. In a special experiment, SCP-999 did something no one thought possible. It made SCP-682 laugh and significantly reduced its aggression for several hours. It's possible that SCP-999 is a flaw in the Scarlet King's legacy, a being meant to spread hatred, yet somehow chose to stand with humanity instead. Beyond SCP-231 and SCP-999, the Foundation discovered another entity tied to the Scarlet King. Not by blood, but through uncanny similarities in descriptions, spatial patterns, and energy signatures. That entity is SCP-2317, a massive wooden door standing alone in a sealed concrete chamber guarded around the clock. According to the file, behind that door lies an entirely different dimension, one where a colossal being is held in place by 7 ancient chains. 6 of the chains have already broken. Only 1 remains. Just like in the SCP-231 file, 7 brides, 6 are gone. Only 1 is left. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but with an entity like the Scarlet King, nothing is ever truly random. And if both final seals were to fail, this world may be the first thing he devours. The Scarlet King doesn't exist in just one place, one story, or one reality. He slips between the boundaries of SCP universes, taking on a different form, a different role in each one. In a document labeled SCP-6765, the Scarlet King is said to have been slain long ago. His corpse buried alongside a fallen civilization, and the world believed the nightmare had ended. But then, the forces that once served him began to rise again, as if the death of the Red King was nothing more than a mask. In another dimension, detailed in SCP-8008, researchers recorded a strange form of energy known as anti-magic, a force of rebellious magic. Wherever it spreads, all spells cease, and supernatural beings unravel. At the heart of this energy lies a red fissure, marked with ancient symbols linked to the Scarlet King. As if he no longer needs armies or rituals, his mere presence is enough to unravel the laws of reality. In another classified file known as the Jade Proposal, the Scarlet King is referred to by another name, the Scarlet Maharaja, an ancient ruler who once dominated the mythical land of Korar through blood and Deva rituals. The people worshipped him, but they also trembled at every live sacrifice, because each time blood was spilled upon the altar, a piece of the world's soul was corroded, lost forever. There's a chilling theory. The Scarlet King isn't just a villain. In some universes, as described in SCP-2747, he may be a tool of something far greater, the anti-narrative. A force capable of erasing stories, breaking plot lines, and warping the fabric of the SCP world itself. If this theory holds true, then the Scarlet King isn't merely a king. He is the one pulling the strings, unraveling the boundary between fiction and reality. No matter the form, a god, a force of destruction, or a shadow whispered in stories, the Scarlet King always carries one thing with him: the end. But some researchers believe he doesn't only bring destruction, he leaves behind descendants, beings marked by his blood, born through ancient rituals. Some of these beings have been classified as high-level SCPs. SCP-682, a creature of unending hatred. SCP-166, a half-human girl radiating forbidden energy. And SCP-999, as mentioned at the start of this video, the squishy orange entity that spreads joy and laughter. But the greatest danger doesn't come from his offspring. It comes from those who worship him. In many files, a cult known as the Children of the Scarlet King has been mentioned. They perform blood rituals, hunt for new brides, and believe that once all 7 rites are complete, the Scarlet King will return in his most complete form. Even more terrifying is that their belief is spreading quietly, like a plague, seeping into lands ruled by war, hatred, and collapse. The Scarlet King doesn't need to appear. As long as someone believes in him, he's already strong enough to cross the threshold. But one question remains, one that no one dares to answer. Does the Scarlet King truly exist? Or is he simply the result of the human mind? According to some analyses from senior Foundation researchers, the Scarlet King may not be a physical entity at all, but a psychological one. A mimetic being, an idea that spreads like a virus through human thought, existing in a layer of consciousness deeper than the subconscious, where belief, fear, hatred, and forgotten dreams drift together. That layer is known as the noosphere, the collective consciousness of humanity. And within that shared mind, the Scarlet King is born from everything we try to deny. Our hatred of modern civilization, our longing for a lost, glorious past, the desire to return to an age of the old order, where the strong ruled and the world was governed through blood. He grows stronger every time someone believes humanity is spiraling toward disaster. He feeds on chaos as the world falls apart, because the Scarlet King doesn't need a body to exist, only an idea. And the more people fear him, the closer he gets. For centuries, countless civilizations have tried to stop the Scarlet King through rituals, through surreal containment devices, even by attempting to eliminate his offspring. But if he is an idea, then the question remains, can an idea be destroyed? The Foundation once tried. They gambled everything on a top-secret plan, hoping to end this nightmare once and for all. According to SCP-6659, the Foundation launched a drastic operation to erase all collective memory of the Scarlet King from humanity. They believed that if the Scarlet King was a mimetic entity, one sustained by belief, fear, and hatred, then the only way to destroy him was to make humanity forget he ever existed. The project was called the Global Mind Lock, a network of superconducting machines combining mimetic and cognito-hazard technology, designed to emit frequencies that would erase every image, sound, memory, and dream connected to the Scarlet King. The result? For a brief moment, no one remembered that name. The world grew quieter, nightmares faded, and the cults slowly fell apart. But then, a few years later, a strange dream began spreading among children. A creature with no name, no face, but always wearing a crimson crown. And once again the chant, Rakta Maharaja, returned. This time, with no one left to teach it. And in that moment, the Foundation came to a far more terrifying realization. The Scarlet King doesn't need to be remembered to exist. He only needs a world where people are afraid, filled with hatred and longing for the return of the old order. The Scarlet King is referenced in the most secret of SCP-001 files. But unlike any SCP, he cannot be locked away, for there is no form, no cell, no containment. Some call him the God of Endings, a force that predates reason, older than fear itself. Others believe he is no God at all, but a reflection, forged from what we bury deep inside: hatred, longing, and the need for a brutal order where power writes the truth. If so, perhaps he was never created. Perhaps he was always waiting, taking shape the moment someone dared to believe. He may never walk among us, but he can live in a broken prayer, in a forgotten lullaby, or in the unspoken wish to return to a simpler, blood-stained past. Thank you for watching until the end. Do you think the Scarlet King is the most powerful SCP ever recorded? Or could there be something out there so unimaginable he would seem like nothing in comparison? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to uncover more secrets from the SCP universe.